Why would I take advice from a broke person?
Makes no sense.
Oh, what do you eat? Donuts and chips. Okay, well, I better
Stay
not
away
eat
from
donuts
that.
and chips.
How do you want, your peers to talk about you?
Why do you want your kids to idolize and look up to a superhero when he should be idolizing and looking up to you?
You need to have challenges every single day. If you're
Know who's going to be watching you 5 years from now, 10 years
Exactly.
from now. You don't have kids now, but you may. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another fire episode of the Winners Club podcast, where even when we don't win, we learn, and learning is a form of winning. My name is Brian Tran, your host. I got the number one co-host right here, PJ Padua.
Yes, sir. What's up, guys?
Today's episode is going to be a short but a sweet one. It's going to be a powerful one because I'm currently in transformation. And no, don't think about nothing crazy. I'm talking about my body transformation. From man to extraordinary man.
I like that, man. Yeah. So you just started a new diet, you said, right?
Yeah, and everybody's like, man, are you going to do a show? I'm like, yeah, totally. Put my little thong on and hit the stage.
Let's go, bro.
But right. I've always been big on working out. I've always been big on taking my body to the next level.
Yeah.
I've been working out since I was like 13, doing push-ups, doing sit-ups, hitting the gym, squatting, deadlifting, and I got up to some impressive numbers, and I got some pictures of my body just looking amazing.
Yeah, we'll put it right here if we can.
Yeah, we could.
Yeah.
So, but we just recently hired a coach. Yes. I hired your coach.
Yeah, true.
And the dude's jacked. So before I actually talk about that, I want to talk. There's a lesson in this, right? I've recently been posting a lot of pictures of my food and documenting the journey, and people have a lot to say. And I'm like, dude, you have an opinion. Mm-hmm. You don't have a say. Yeah. And the reason why I say that is because with all input, right, I am open. I will listen. I will give you the respect you deserve. Mm-hmm. But I'm not going to take your advice unless you have the body I want, have the money I want, living the life I want to live.
For sure.
Like, I will not take advice from somebody who's, this is about money, who's broke. You know what I mean? I just won't do it. That's stupid. Sure. Why would I take advice from a broke person?
Makes no sense.
Why would I take advice from a fat ass?
Yeah.
Why would I take advice from, somebody who's lazy and not crushing it in life, or has, why would I take relationship advice with somebody who's not married and doesn't have kids?
Definitely.
Like, if they're not in a happy marriage, why the hell would I take their advice? Now, granted, I will listen to what they say about like how their marriage went south, and then I can formulate an idea, right? Just like how I look at a fat guy give me advice, and I'm like, well, what do you eat? Donuts and chips. Okay, well, I better not eat donuts and chips. Yeah. So there are things that I will learn from what you tell me, but that's why I hired this coach, and now we're getting really serious.
Yeah, for sure.
It's funny because, ChatGPT could probably make my meal plan. ChatGPT could probably create my training program.
I don't know about that, but
it probably could.
Maybe it could. Maybe.
I'm not sure how good it is, but I'm sure it can.
Yeah.
But the difference is there's no accountability with ChatGPT.
That's true.
And, that's my thing, right? Like, I've never been cheap on my training. I've never been cheap on the food I eat. I'm never cheap on my mind, my body, my soul. Yeah. And so why would I go cheap on this? Like,
I hear you.
The most expensive piece of equipment I own is my body. Yeah. And so now I got to make sure. Right now, it's still a Ferrari. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, PJ. My body is still a Ferrari. You want to see me in the gym? It's cranking. You know what I mean? Like, it's strong. I'm strong, PJ.
Really good tune-up right now or what?
But, we got to go in and take out the turbos and put new turbos in. We got to put bigger rims on it.
True, man.
You know what I mean? We got to put better oil. We got to just, just revamp the motor,
I hear you. Well, I just want to say, man, I'm excited for you. It's going to be an amazing journey, and you're already someone who got a lot to do and, a lot of success. And I just want to bring the question to you, like, why are you even doing this?
Just to challenge ourselves and push it to the next level.
Yeah.
I think in terms of looking at where we are and being real, as we approach the end of the year, I'm looking at myself and saying, okay, how do I feel about my family? Yeah. Love it. How do I feel about the businesses? Yeah. Love it. How do I feel about the shows and the YouTube and everything? Dude, we're doing great. Yeah. So I looked at the chart and I was like, okay, well, what do we need improvement on? Mm-hmm. And it was the body. Yeah. And so, you can't be crushing it in all those other things and lacking over here.
100%.
And so with my thing with the body is like, well, I can probably just do it the easy way.
Yeah.
Cut out alcohol. Eat a little bit better. But I was like, no, if we're gonna do this, go all the way. Just like how, when we wanted to get into YouTube, I'm like, no, we're gonna hire people. We're gonna go all the way.
Yeah. Because,
you don't know until you try, and so you might as well just go all the way, and then maybe we'll taper back later on. Like obviously with Thanksgiving and Christmas coming around, I'm like, look, I'm gonna just make sure on those other days I'm gonna eat really good.
Yeah.
But on Christmas and stuff, because I'm not competing. I'm not like trying to get on stage.
Of course.
But I'm going to take it very seriously. So the next 2 months will be 100% clean, 100% to the T of whatever I'm supposed to do.
Hey, well, we'll be here to document it, and excited to see the end of these 8 weeks. Yeah. But I just want to add on to that. I completely agree. I think that when life is a little too easy, you need to put a challenge like right in front of yourself. Yeah. Because you need to have challenges every single day. If you're trying to be someone of success, you want big businesses, big money, big cars, and you're not challenging yourself at least like day to day or like even week to week or month to month, you're just coasting. So it's important to like challenge yourself. I mean, like put yourself in uncomfortable positions.
And then I would even add that it's important to hire or it's one thing to have a mentor, but hire a coach.
Yeah, for sure.
Like
if you're serious about it,
because I could have went through you and said, hey, do it for me. You know what I mean? Like
I could have done
or
it for
whatever,
you too, probably,
or like even just went around and told him to just, hey, can you do this one for free? But I'm like, yo, that's not me. Number one, if I pay for it, I know not to waste money.
Yeah.
Number two is you need him to look at you and be like, look, I told you to do this. Did you do it? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Simple as that. Like that's what coaching really is. Did you do what I tell you to do? And when you have somebody ask you that every week, you're gonna be like, you're not gonna want to show up on Saturday. I check in and be like, nah, bro, I ate 5 bags of chips, 2 pieces of candy, and I went drinking out on Friday.
Yeah.
The hell, you know what I mean? So that's why it's so important to just hire a coach.
Definitely. I mean, high quality people need high quality services, high quality results, high quality like money, high quality days. It's important. Like it's important, definitely.
And you can figure this shit out on your own.
Of course you can.
And so I'm not opposed. Like if your financial situation doesn't allow you to do this, right? Number one, you should figure out like, well, ask yourself, how can I afford this? Instead of just saying, I can't afford this.
Yeah, for sure.
And then the second thing is, this is just a faster way. Like, yeah, I could have went on YouTube. I actually know how to create my own macros, but I don't want to think about it. This because I'm not in the business of transforming people's bodies. That's not what I do for a living.
Yeah.
And so I can sit here, spend the hour, 2 hours of research, formulate a plan, then try to stick to it. Yeah, you can do that. Absolutely. Yeah. Or value your time, hire somebody, they take the guesswork out, boom, and let them do the adjustments.
For sure.
And so I will tell you the one thing that he's doing that I know off the bat that I wasn't doing was actually incorporating more healthy fats into my diet.
Yeah, that one's hard.
Because everybody knows, like, the macros right now is 40, like the general macros, if you were to look it up, it's like 40 carbs, 40 protein, 20 fats. But when I diet, I'm so lazy with the fats. Dude.
Yeah, it's scary too to like, I feel like I would overdo it by accident. I don't know. But
so he's good. He tells me like, no, and he'll just keeps it simple for me. You get 100 grams of avocado, meal 2.
Yeah.
10 milliliters of macadamia nut oil or avocado oil or olive oil drizzled onto my rice or something like that.
Sounds
fire. I just keep it simple, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, no, it's not fire. It tastes like, I don't really care to eat it, but you got to do what you have to do.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, I don't have to think.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, this is what I get.
Yeah.
This is what I eat. And so a lot of people, the lesson in this is really in business, we try to fight and we try to argue and we try to get creative. But it's like, if you don't know what you're doing, it's like you're wasting time, and time is so valuable. So sometimes in the beginning, it's okay to just hire somebody.
Yeah.
Make sure you vet them correctly. Make sure that they're living the life you want to live.
Yeah.
Okay? That's the advice. Like, if they're not making the money you want to make or having a successful life in all aspects, don't hire them.
Yeah.
And there's, ways to ask them. Ask them the question.
I like that. Hey, Brian. Well, I don't know how many more months we have till the end of the year. I think it's about
2.5.
No way. About 2.5. Kind of.
Well, right? No, 3.5. We got a little bit left of September.
Uh-huh.
October, November, December.
Uh-huh.
3.5 months.
Uh-huh. Gotcha.
That's not make some change, you guys.
Hey, we have a sprint to the end, but I know off camera you said that you wanted to say something to everybody to challenge themselves this.
Oh, yeah. I guess the other reason why what kind of really jump-started me to this was like the tipping point.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually listening to Andy Elliott blowing up on Instagram and stuff like that. His clips are everywhere.
Yeah.
And, you know, the guy's intense.
Mm-hmm.
And he's big on working out and having a six-pack and, you know, practicing life and making sure you show up ready every single time.
Yeah.
And so I was like, dude, okay, do I show up ready?
Mm-hmm.
It's if I had to go do a modeling shoot tomorrow, am I ready?
Yeah.
No, you know what I mean? So I was like,
yeah.
nah, that's just a joke. But he brought somebody up stage and he goes, you know, it was a bigger guy,
Yeah.
like kind of fat.
Okay.
He goes, dude, you have kids? He goes, yeah. I said, and he goes, who's your kid's favorite superhero? And the guy goes, Captain America or the Hulk. He goes, do you think you look like Captain America or even the Hulk? And the guy's fat. He goes, no.
Yeah.
He goes, and that's okay. But he goes, why do you want your kids to idolize and look up to a superhero when he should be idolizing and looking up to you?
Yeah.
And so, you know, I guess the correlation is you should look like Captain America. You should look like the Hulk. Now, granted, you probably got to take some kind of steroids or something like that to get that jacked.
For sure. Maybe Hulk, yeah.
Hulk, yeah. But, you know, like, but the point is you want to show, like, a better physique for your children because they're watching.
For sure. I mean, dude, honestly, I mean, if I grew up and my dad was, like, jacked up, oh, damn. It's probably, like, the only jacked person you see, like, mostly. So
Mostly.
You'd be, like, inspired. You'd be like, oh, my dad works hard. You'd probably tell all the kids that. And
Also, the other thing is that, you know, lately I've been big on, like, the most interesting topic that gets me excited now is how do you raise your kids? And, you know, preparing them for success and making sure they grow up to be good people, hungry, driven, all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
And, you know, the solution I have is that the easiest way to raise your kids and make sure that they end up good in your eyes, I guess, is you have to ask yourself, you know, they're watching you. Are you inspiring them? Right? Are you aspirational? So it's one thing to inspire people. It's another thing to aspire people, right? Like, so aspiration is like people want to be you. Inspiration is people are like just inspired, whatever, by you, right? So going back to that, like my kids see me work hard. They know that, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
My kids know that I spend time with them. They love that, right? But now it's like, okay, if you don't want obese kids, chances are you can't be obese.
Yeah, 100%.
You want them to work hard, you have to work hard. You have to just lead by example, right? It's a cliche, but I think with parenting it's the most vital because
for sure
they're watching everything. And they want to, and it's funny because they want to do what you do.
Yeah.
Like if my son sees me do push-ups, he tries to do push-ups.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
He quarter reps them. Though.
Yeah.
Like, his elbows go like this.
You're like, not yet, Junior.
He does sit-ups.
Yeah.
So they're watching.
And that's
so
awesome,
I'm like,
man.
okay, well, that's why we're going to change everything.
For sure. And I think I want to just like take that back because honestly, not everybody has kids. But just to put it in a different perspective, I really like what you're saying. Is just like think about like your mom and your dad, your sister, your friends. Like, what do you want them to like say about you? Like, if you know they're in a gathering, they're like, oh, that's PJ. He's just a goofball. He likes to have fun, do whatever. Or do you want them to be like, oh, that's PJ. Like he's always on his grind. He was working out hard. He's like, yeah, he's inspiring. Like, that's my boy. Like, how do you want, you know, your peers to talk about you? And like, obviously, you know, that's not the biggest thing that matters, but wouldn't you want them to like talk highly of you?
That's absolutely true. Yeah. And also the other thing, guys, is that your actions today, you don't know who's going to be watching you 5 years from now, 10 years from now. You don't have kids now, but you might.
Yeah.
And if you have, and this is again going back to good habits too. Like everything I'm doing today is just to build better habits, better eating habits, better working out habits. And if it's, I mean, I'm now tying it to my kids because I know they're watching me. But before I had kids, it's like it was for me.
Yeah.
Right. It's like because if all I do now is eat bacon, eat hot dogs, eat cake every day.
Sounds like a good life. I'm just kidding.
I mean, if I could eat that and still stay healthy,
yeah,
great.
for sure.
But the problem is like you're creating bad habits,
Exactly,
so
yeah.
that one day when you do have kids, it's
Yeah.
gonna be very hard to break those habits.
Sure. I mean,
You know.
my fat habits were, they were passed down from my mom and stuff. But not like saying my mom's fat, but hey, we're Filipino. We ate some good food, so it's hard stuff, but definitely like that. One day Benji's going to be like, Dad, I remember you doing push-ups and sit-ups and eating chicken breast. Like,
One day your future kids will do the same.
yeah,
Because the cool thing now is that, like obviously we document our life.
Yeah,
YouTube,
yeah.
Instagram. They be like, yo, Dad, that was you? Because,
Yeah.
you never know. I might get
Yeah.
old. My bones might get,
Yeah.
like I won't be able to do everything when they're like
yeah,
older. So, but they're going to be like, yo, I did do it.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that's
look at the
cool.
video,
yeah,
bro.
to hear them say like, "Oh, you've always been jacked." I'm like, yeah, damn right, yeah. But hey, man, for me, the next challenge, like whenever I put a challenge in front of me, it's always for like the next challenge ahead of it, and I think that's like so exciting, right? This small little 8-week challenge, who knows how pumped you're gonna be? You
might become a 4 month, may become 6 months, might become a year.
You might just think of like the best business idea ever during this like prep, like with just all the grit, the adversity that you're going through. And
Well, the
I
other
think
thing
that's
is
the
that
beautiful thing about it.
like this time last year, I gave up alcohol in September.
Yeah.
I did a
That was a good
I did a
challenge.
YouTube video about it, and I was like, yo, it's crazy that I'm like, this is how stupid we are as human beings. Like we make the same mistakes. I remember how good I felt.
Yeah,
1
for
month,
sure, 100%.
no
Yeah,
alcohol.
yeah.
Inflammation went down. Workouts got better. More awake. Everything. I'm like, and actually, the good thing is that after that month, I will say that my drinking went down significantly.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, okay, I should probably but now we're gonna go 2 months no alcohol
Yeah.
to see where we go, and then maybe after that, I might not even want to drink alcohol anymore.
Dude, yeah.
Like
for
maybe I
sure.
just want to sip every month, once a month. Never know.
Hey, that's that's the same thing for me. I mean, when I was dieting, I'd be like, oh man, like I feel like a lot of people just have like false perception about when I was dieting. You want to eat everything like when you're deep in it, but then you have one small cheat meal and you're like, oh,
I'm good.
I'm good, right?
yeah.
I'm good, right? So it's just crazy. Like you definitely turn into like become a better person when.
It's crazy because we know, like we all know we need to do this, and we don't. But
yeah. Even like an interesting story. Like yesterday, I want to share this. Like, I just woke up and I was like, I'm feeling it, and I'm feeling like doing some new stuff to make me uncomfortable. And like, I'm looking on the MLS.
Yeah.
And I saw this like I saw this horrible deal, and then granted, I hear you in the background like terrible, but I already set the appointment, so I was like, well. I might as well just go. I might as well go. It's my first time. I'm uncomfortable. Like I know I'm not gonna take it, but why not just go and just put myself in a position where I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, but I met with him. I waited like 10 minutes because he was late, and I was just thinking like, should I leave? And I was just like, I don't want to remember this day be like, oh, I fucking went home because I was nervous or I was so scared or I didn't want to take the challenge or I wanted to look dumb. So I was just like, screw it, I'm gonna go. And he didn't know. He didn't know that I didn't know what I was talking about, but I did it, and now I'm like, all right, cool. I did that once. Maybe I could try freaking. I don't know. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, what's the next thing? What's the next small challenge I got to do in this real estate thing? So
my thing now is like, don't rely on waking up and feeling motivated because that's not always gonna. You're not always gonna wake up feeling motivated. So just have the discipline to do it. We're not always gonna wake up and want to work out.
Yeah, for sure.
Eat this chicken breast.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I can already tell I'm gonna get tired of it. But you know what?
Yeah.
It's discipline.
Yeah.
We're gonna stick through it. We're gonna knock it out.
Hell yeah.
That's the difference between winners and losers.
Dude, let's
go. Don't be a loser.
Be a winner. Join the Winners Club.
Dude, my biggest fear now, I'll be honest with you, is like my kids end up being losers.
Yeah.
But I'm not worried about it because again, are you a loser?
Yeah.
Right? Like I'm not a loser.
Yeah.
I'm a winner. And so my kids will naturally if I continue to do what I do, they will want to be winners too.
Honestly, that's always been the pattern, honestly, from like parenthood and stuff. So
I think you'll be good. Don't be a loser. My kid's not a loser. He's a loner. He has friends, but he just he does his own thing. But that's actually a good thing because I'm like, I don't need him to go around following other kids doing bad shit.
Maybe he's looking for successful people, and he's just like, I don't see any. So
he just likes to do his own thing. That's cool too. Whatever.
I like that.
Let's end the episode here, guys.
Hey, before we close this, I want to say again, we have 2.5 months. Yo, go do something out there, guys, to just challenge yourself just for this last sprint. I don't care what it is. Like, commit to posting social media every day or doing a diet or freaking creating your business plan and doing your first 3 months of your startup. I don't know, but do something. Like, we have no more time, guys. Like, at least let's go out with a bang.
Let's go. Thanks, guys. Peace out.
Peace.